Welcome back, dear students, to the physics vision classes. The given question is the function fx is equal to cos x, that is cos hyperbolic x, which exists in this range, is periodically repeated between x is equal to this, and for m from minus infinity to infinity. We need to calculate using Fourier series. We need to calculate that which of these relations is true, is correct. Okay, for x is equal to 0. In this matter, what we need to do as a first step, we need to expand the given function fx as a Fourier series, which is given by a naught by 2 plus summation a n cos nx plus bn sin nx. Okay, we need to expand this in this term, in which an and bn are given by some integrals. We will use those integrals. Here the given function is fx is equal to cos hyperbolic x. Let us see for the first point, very important point in this. Since this cos hyperbolic x is an even function, and we know that for the cases of even functions we have all the bn's equal to 0 for all the even functions. This is always valid, right? So we are left out with this part only, and we need to calculate an or a0 only. Okay, so let us do that. Let's do that. First of all, is given by a naught is given by 1 upon pi. Okay, and then we have from minus pi to pi, and then we have cos hyperbolic x, the given function, multiplied with cos 0x, that is cos 0, that is 1, and thus we have this part only. Similarly, an is also calculated in a very similar manner. An is given by 1 by pi. A naught is obviously a particular case of an for n is equal to 0, right? So this will be cos hyperbolic x into cos nx dx. Okay, so we will solve this. Firstly, let us calculate the value of a naught. We will solve this part then. This a naught is given by cos hyperbolic x is sine hyperbolic x. The integral of this is sine hyperbolic x, and then we will see the value of sine hyperbolic x at minus pi and plus pi, and 1 upon pi remains the same out of the bracket. So this gives us the value as 2 sine hyperbolic pi divided by pi. Okay, this is the first expression. What about second? Second integral is written in the form of exponential from minus pi to pi. Cos hyperbolic x can be written as e raised to the power x plus e raised to the power minus x divided by 2 into cos nx dx. Okay, now we'll separate these two parts into different integrals. First integral is from of e raised to the power x from minus pi to pi into cos nx, and second integral is e raised to the power minus x from minus pi to pi e raised to the power minus x into cos nx. Okay, now both of these functions are actually recurring in nature. So derivative of one will give the same function, and similarly the integral of one will give us the same function after two integrals, right? So because derivative or integral of e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x itself, and cos nx is sin nx in its first derivative or integral, and sin nx become cos nx in the second integral or second derivative. So we will make use of recursion formula in this. Recursion relation, and what we will get after integration of this factor, these two terms, we will be getting 1 by 2 pi, and e raised to the power x will remain the same. This will become cos of nx plus n sine of nx, and the 1 plus n square term in the denominator. Okay, and now we have the second term, which is e raised to the power minus x. Similarly, similar to the previous one, this will be minus of cos nx in this case, and plus n sine nx for the second case, divided by 1 plus n square, and limits are of course from, we have not substituted the limits yet, which are from minus pi to pi. Okay, after substituting these values, what will we get? We'll get this term as summation n is equal to 1 to infinity, okay, and 2 times of minus 1 raised to the power n. Okay, we will be getting cos n pi here and cos n pi here, and cos of minus n pi, sine term will be 0, right? Cos sine n pi is 0, sine n minus pi is 0, both are 0. But what about cos? This is minus 1 raised to the power n. And similarly, subtracting 1 from itself, for 1 for pi and 1 for minus pi, and similarly here we will be getting twice of those terms. So this is it, and then we have sine hyperbolic pi. Okay, this is when we multiply this an with the other function, and also we have cos nx, and finally we have pi of 1 plus n square in the denominator. Okay, this term what I have written on this side is this an into summation of an into cos of nx. So rest of the term is an, this term is an, okay, this is cos nx, and this is the given summation term. So now we'll take it and we will write the complete function in this form, which is a naught by 2 plus summation of this term. So let's write it once. It would be given by, function is given by, that is cos hyperbolic x is given by a naught by 2, right? A naught is given by 2 sine hyperbolic pi by pi, so it is sine hyperbolic pi upon pi. Okay, and what about the second term, which is an summation an cos nx? It is given by this term and can be written as summation n is equal to 1 to infinity 2 times of minus 1 raised to the power. I am just rewriting the whole term here on this side, sine hyperbolic pi divided by pi 1 plus n square bracket into cos nx. Okay, now substitute the value of x is equal to 0. What will we get? We will get, this is cos hyperbolic x, that is cos 0, that is 1, cos hyperbolic 0 is 1, is equal to sine hyperbolic pi upon pi, this remains the same, plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity, and when we will put cos 0, this will be x is 0, when this will be at cos 0, that is 1, and rest of the term is same, minus 1 raised to the power n sine hyperbolic pi divided by pi 1 plus 1 by n square. Now let's see the term what has been asked in the question. In all the options we need to calculate minus 1 raised to the power divided by 1 minus n square or 1 plus n square. So what we can conclude here, we don't have minus 1 minus n square in the given in the obtained term. It should not be the correct option because it also contains 1 minus n square. It contains 1 plus n square, but here we have minus 1 raised to the power minus n in this. The only term we are obtaining actually is this. We just need to verify whether we are getting it equal to this or not. So let's see the value of this part. Okay, so this part only is given by summation n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to the power n divided by 1 plus n square. Okay, this is given by, we'll take rest of the terms on another side. So firstly let us take this on that side. This will be 1 minus sine hyperbolic pi over pi, and then we will take the coefficients of this expansion term out of the summation sign, and then we'll take a reverse of this on the opposite side, that is pi by 2 sine hyperbolic pi. Okay, taking pi by sine hyperbolic pi inside the bracket, we got pi sine hyperbolic pi minus 1. Okay, and this is our answer. This is what we can verify with from option D, that option D is the absolutely same answer. So option D is the correct answer to this question. Okay, so stay tuned with us for more such lengthy, doubtful, tricky or difficult questions and doubt solving sessions, and thanks for watching.